I'm generally very happy with my performance. It was a amazing tournament for me. I am glad having played against some of good players like Michael Adams, and yeah, I'm grateful for the organizers. It's been a pleasure to play here. I just had a wonderful time here.
Welcome to week 9 of the Chess News podcast, where I talk about the London Chess Classic, chess played underwater, and more. First of all, we'll be wrapping up the festival in London. We left the elite tournament after the 5th round when Nodirbek Abdudattorov was on an already amazing 4.5 out of 5 with 4 consecutive wins. That became 6 wins in a row, and by that point he had a 2-point lead with 2 rounds to go.
What to say, Abdusattorov is crashing the field.
Very impressive. I mean, after this theoretical draw in the first round, he's just winning every single game.
I don't know if the rest day in between had anything to do with it, but the Uzbek GM finished with 2 draws, won 18.7 rating points, and climbed back 5 spots in the world rankings to world number 12. It was no surprise that Abdusattorov had already clinched tournament victory with 1 round to go, when he said,
"It was truly amazing tournament for me. I played very many interesting games. I can say like every game is very fighting, very interesting in a way. I'm truly happy with my performance."
Alireza Firouzja finished in 2nd place, 2 points behind Abdusattorov, and Nikita Fichugov came 3rd. The Indian top grandmaster Praggnanandhaa Rameshbabu tied for 1st place in the Open tournament, together with Velimir Ilic of Serbia and Amit Ghazi of England. Praggnanandhaa increased his lead in the FIDE Circuit and is virtually certain of candidates' qualification, as Colin McGurty explained on chess.com. Praggnanandhaa scored 8.17 extra circuit points and 115.17 in total. That's currently a lead of 63.18 points over Abdusattorov, who looks like the only player not already qualified for the candidates who could still challenge Praggnanandhaa for the last spot in the 2026 FIDE Candidates Tournament. Abdusattorov won 19.62 points for winning the elite tournament in London, but even if he takes sole first in the World Rapid Championships and the World Blitz Championships, he would still finish just behind Praggnanandhaa. Before leaving London, I'll mention that 19-year-old Nico Chassin from New York scored his 3rd and final GM norm in the Open, and Dutch streamer Anamaya Kazarian scored her first IM norm. She posted the following on X: "My best performance so far. I achieved a WGM and an IM norm at London Chess Classic, and my live rating has surpassed my peak rating from 9 years ago. This is a dream come true." On the last weekend in London, there was the Super Rapid Play event, which was won by one of their elite participants, Nicolas Theodorou from Greece. He finished ahead of Alireza Firouzja and Lenier Dominguez. The players of the upcoming Freestyle Chess Grand Slam finals arrived early in South Africa for a number of side events, starting on Thursday with chess being played underwater. Quoting from my report on the Freestyle Chess website, Hans Niemann became the Diving Chess Cape Town 2025 champion on Thursday after beating Fabiano Caruana in the final of an underwater chess event held at the Silo Hotel in Cape Town, South Africa. Javohir Sindarov, the recent FIDE World Cup winner, won the match for 3rd place against Vidit Gujarati. In what was the first ever underwater freestyle competition, the players made their moves on a small chess set placed 110 centimeters deep on the bottom of the Silo Hotel's beautiful rooftop pool. Each time a player moved and came out of the water to catch some air, the opponent had to take a dive instantly and make their move. From the pool, Niemann proudly showed his medal to the applause of local supporters before taking up diving chess world champion Michal Mazurkiewicz next. The Polish player won a rook and pawn for a bishop due to a blunder by Niemann as early as move 2, but the American grandmaster managed to outplay his expert opponent after all to win that game as well. Also on Thursday, the other 4 participants of the finals visited the University of the Western Cape, where they met with about 200 fans of all ages, most of them players from the local chess clubs in the Cape Town area, for a simultaneous exhibition. The event was organized by Freestyle Chess in partnership with Chess South Africa. 2 separate simuls were held over 40 boards in total, with among the participants streamers Anna Kremling, Dina Belankaya and Niklas Steenvat. Vincent Keimer and Peter Leko played in tandem, alternating moves, and stayed undefeated, drawing 2 games and winning 18. Magnus Carlsen and Levon Aronian were a team as well, but did worse, winning 15 games, drawing 1 and losing 4, after Aronian had started each of the 20 games with a different opening move. Parham Maksudlu was present as well and played blitz against many fans for 2.5 hours, taking just 30 seconds on the clock against 5 minutes for the opponents and a 1-second increment each. He still won all games. Afterward it was time for selfies and autographs, all in a very cheerful atmosphere. The players had more fun over the weekend with events that included horse riding and even cookie baking, but on Monday things will be getting more serious, as it's the first day of play at the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Finals taking place at the Grootbos Private Natural Reserve in the Western Cape. Much more about it next week. In other news, a strong rapid tournament was held in Jerusalem, Israel this week, with a group of local players and a group of international participants. This event didn't get a lot of attention and, taking into account the current political situation, it is safe to say that many chess fans were having mixed feelings when they noticed this tournament was being held in the first place. Arjun Erigaisi won after beating Vishy Anand in a blitz tiebreak, while Peter Svidler secured 3rd place by defeating Jan Nepomniachtchi. Diego Flores won the 100th edition of the Argentine Championship and clinched his 8th national title, the same number as the legendary Miguel Najdorf's record for the most titles in the country. It was a 12-player round-robin held in Buenos Aires, and I am mostly including it here because Prodigy and I Am Faustino Oro also played. He scored a solid 6.5 out of 11, not enough for his second GM norm. Then the FIDE Commission for Women's Chess announced the inaugural Pia Kramling Cup, a new tournament for girls and women established in collaboration with Pia Kramling and the Stockholm Chess Federation. The competition will be held during the historic Railton Cup, always taking place just after Christmas, before and after the New Year. The first Pia Kramling Cup will take place January 2nd, 2026 and is a FIDE Rapid rated event of 7 rounds. One of the oldest and longest running FIDE officials passed away this week, Casto Abundo of the Philippines. He was serving as the executive director of the Asian Chess Federation. An international arbiter since 1978, he served as FIDE secretary from 1988 to 1990 and also was the chief arbiter at major events such as the 1992 Chess Olympiad in Manila, the 2000 World Championship and the 2001 World Cup. And then a final note on chess in film. You might have already heard of Yoko Ono's all-white chess set, which was first exhibited in 1966 in London's Indica Gallery. Ono's installation served as a metaphor for the futility of war, as the artist has always encouraged humans to unite rather than divide. Another anti-war message packed with chess was brought by Yoko Ono and John Lennon's son, Sean Lennon, who created the short animated film War is Over together with Dave Mullins, which won the Academy Award in March 2024. The story of the film is about 2 soldiers from rival armies playing chess with each other by sending their moves to each other via carrier pigeon. The film has now been made public, serving as a fundraiser for World Child. The link is in the show notes. That's all for this week. See you next week.